Hey, what's going on, guys? Brandon here with Texas Plinking, making a video that I'm so excited for because I've been planning for it for a long time. Finally have a table full of PCCs slash PDWs, and we're going to go ahead and compare them. PDW or PCC, why I'm kind of intermixing them. PCC is what a lot of people call them, but it's pistol caliber carbine. But legally, most of these are pistols because they're under 16 inches and won't get too far into it. So PDW for personal defense weapon. But then again, Isaac could be a personal defense weapon. So I don't know, yeah. PCC, PDWs, whatever you want to call them. What we're talking about though are, in this video, just 9mm that take the form of more of a carbine style, not a handgun, if that makes sense. In this video, there's no bias here. We're just gonna shoot them all, talk about things on a micro review. No drawn out 10 minutes per gun. It's just kind of a crash course on each one. If you like anyone in particular, let me know. Maybe we'll make a comparison between two or just one independent video. Isaac, why do you like PDWs or PCCs?
Yeah, I like them because they're small. You can kind of throw them in a backpack, bedside guns. Yeah, what's not to like about them? And you can shoot, say you're shooting a rifle, kind of, but you're shooting 9, so it's not as expensive.
That's the big one. I think for experienced shooters, cheaper. You could train, get the ergonomics of a lot of them have AR ergonomics, and train for a lot cheaper. Shoot steel a lot closer. For the non-experienced one, it's just a lot of fun. People that are new into it, they're very easy to suppress. They're very quiet, especially subsonic and suppressed. If you happen to brace the brace on your shoulder, my goodness. You got 3 points of contact. Just make things a lot easier. Optics capabilities, everything like that. Yeah, or you could do that with experience. So we'll get there. So PCCs, PDWs, that's just it on a broad view. So let's go ahead and get into it. We got, like I said, a table full of them. Just to keep a little structure to it, let's go price low to high. Does it get better? More money, more better? We'll see. Like I said, starting price low to high, much like when Isaac's shopping, he knows that, broke ass. I'm just kidding, I'm sorry. Okay, we'll redo it. Anywho, EP9, this should be right up your alley. It is super inexpensive, it's super lightweight. $450 where they start. If you want the SB brace, it's another 100. So you think the only merit it has is that it's very, very cheap. It's also just ridiculously light. The Plastic Fantastic is what I call this thing. So you would think with all that, okay, it's cheap, it's light, it's gotta shoot just absolutely horrible. From my experience, it just doesn't. Lock back on the last round. Isaac, you haven't shot this yet, have you?
Nope.
All right, see what you think about it. Unsuppressed, we'll suppress it later and try some different ammo. I should have mentioned, right now we are shooting staccato 136 match, so it's technically subsonic, not by much. I think it's 1,000 feet per second.
It's actually pretty sick. It is very like weird, like coming back almost.
Doesn't it feel really delayed?
Yeah, it feels really slow, but I mean, it's pretty sick.
As far as manual of arms, again, just to make it a micro review real quickly, not ambi. You got a mag release here, very AR-like, AR grips, safety, not ambi, bolt release, not ambi. It has like this barrel shroud in a way, so it almost looks integrally suppressed. And you can remove that, and there is 1/2x28 threads underneath there, so let's go ahead and suppress it and see how it does. Dead Air Mojave 9, and we've got actually we're changing up ammo. This is AAC, so Palmetto State's like sub-line of ammo, 124 Supersonic. And I love PSA, but full disclosure, I will say, not my favorite ammo. If any gun's gonna gunk up, it's usually when I run this. It just runs dirty, it's not as reliable, but we'll see. We'll run it suppressed like this, just because if it's gonna be really gassy, we'll be able to tell with this. We'll put it in the dirt just for sound, by the way. Good news, that's not too gassy to me at all, actually.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot faster.
Yeah.
Like cycling.
What do we got here? We start getting technically subsonic. You could lead this one off. I'll take that mag. That is the staccato 136s at 1,000 feet per second.
What?
Way better.
Yeah, that's insane.
Way better. Now this one should be quite a bit silly. This is Hush 165 grain. I don't know if it has real world applications, but novelty at the range, it is as quiet as it gets. And my impression with it so many times is it feels like something shouldn't be cycling, but it does. That's super slow. No lockback.
Yeah.
For 450 or 550 with the brace, I don't really have much negative to say about it. I think you're in a good place buying it. Your thoughts?
Yeah, no. For the price and stuff, it's actually pretty comfortable, especially with this wedge on here. Yeah, I think it's pretty sick for the value.
All right, up next we have like a weird little caveat to all of it because it takes the form of a PCC, but this one is one of two that aren't technically. This is a CAA MCK or micro conversion kit. Ta-da, there's a Glock in there. That being said, you just take your Glock of sorts. This is a Glock 19X. push it forward, lock it in, all this stuff. And then you have like this kind of somewhat ambi charging handle here. And it just gives your Glock now 3 points of contact and operates a little bit more like a PCC type of deal. That being said, this is more so for someone who probably already has a Glock. And I think these go for like the low 300s. Just to have that ability. You could run an optic on it a little bit more traditionally like this. Takes Glock mags, of course, no surprise there. So let's go ahead and shoot it. It's been a while.
Only thing I have to say about it is this. It's
Flimsy.
a little flimsy down here, so you really got to kind of go right through the top. But I mean, really versatile.
Are you more confident with this than just a Glock in your hands?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
Same.
I mean, yeah.
People are gonna, you know, chirp about that in the comments saying just train, you pansies. But you know, that's just honest impressions there. Cool as an option. I got a weird one here. This is Smith & Wesson FPC, or folding pistol carbine. I think that's what it stands for, because it folds. So this one is not a pistol legally. It's just straight up 16.1 inch barrel or so. So it's a full-on rifle carbine. If you just look at it from right here, it takes the shape of a handgun. It, you know, the mag goes in here and everything. But yeah, something about it pretty cool in the sense that it folds really, really easily. You get to store 2 extra mags here, so 3 mags total on board with you. We're gonna shoot with the 136s right away on suppress, see what we think about it. Bolt release here, but crazy stiff. I can't get it to go. So rather just use the charging handle. That's about it. To fold it, this button, that's to use the FPC. Isaac, have you shot this before?
Nope, I've never shot this thing.
See what you think. AAC's Supersonic 124 should be as gassy as it gets. And straight into the dirt again.
Is that out? No. That's pretty quick. Like
yeah, it cycles fast.
Putting
right?
your cheek on here, it's like kind of, it hurts a little bit.
Yeah.
But maybe I might sit pretty low on it.
That's the 136 from Staccato. See what that's all about.
Yeah, that's
nice.
That's a lot better.
Some of the silly 165 stuff. That's not so bad from here. Yeah, a little easier to transport. You know, you're about 600 bucks or a little less. They got different colors, all kinds of stuff like that. Neat offer.
Decent truck gun. Put it in like the crevices or sheets or whatever.
You didn't have a truck, you Prius boy. All right, moving up in price, we got a PSA JAKL 9. Pretty cool offering. They are anywhere from $850 to $1,000, depending on how you buy them. If you buy the upper and lower separately without the brace, $850. As equipped, totally like this, $1,000. So anywhere in that range, make them in tan and black. Starting off with the 136 from Staccato, unsuppressed. It's got the jump you kind of expect from a direct blowback, softened up only by weight, really. It's pretty simple. That system's reliable. Not much else to say about it. Yeah, other than I didn't zero the CO tech. All right, hold high.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. The only thing is the brace is this.
It's got some flex to
brace,
it.
but they have that pick rail on the back, so you can put a lot of other options on there. So.
Let's keep that ammo. Staccato 136, run it with a tri-lug. I did add that tri-lug adapter later, but this is a Sonus 9 from Energetic Armament. Very nice. 124 Supersonic. Actually feels pretty good. If I shoot in quick succession, I could tell some of that gas is coming back. It's not crazy bad, but over time, a little faster shooting, I'm sure it will be. Let me see what you think about it.
Yeah, it's a little gassy, not crazy.
165s, fire off the 5 and see what you think.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That's fun. I don't know if I've done this actually.
Really?
I don't think I did the 165s with this. Oh yeah, that's fun. The steel is quite a bit louder. Yeah, you pay the price with that ammo, but that kind of makes this whole thing feel like a $2,500 sub, you know, PCC.
Yeah.
Pretty cool gun. I like it. Palmose Armory AKV9. AK ergonomics as far as safety, you know, do a little underside tactical thing. Other than that, kind of like the ARV, bolt release, bolt catch, stuff like that. 136s, once again. CZ Scorpion mags. All right, right away, this is softer than I expected, just being direct blowback, and I think a lot of that is to do with the weight, but 136 is unsuppressed, that feels pretty good. That feels real nice.
Yeah, not bad at all.
No?
Yeah, I mean, it's soft for sure.
Very soft. This is the AAC stuff.
Not horrible.
Not horrible.
To the other guns, like this is actually probably, I think that's taking it the best.
All right, 165s.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
That's sick.
All right, moving up on in price still is the CZ Scorpion. You gotta give credit where it's due. This gun was pretty early. I think the PCC PDW thing is like kind of blowing up now and everyone's trying to get an offering out there. CZ Scorpion, very, very early. Everything kind of feels plasticky, but not as like scratchy, cheap plastic as like, let's say, the first gun we started with. What I do know is in all my time with it, no problems with it. So that's pretty important. Just a good old direct blowback, boringly just simple operating system. 136s from Staccato. Let's see what they feel like here. Supersonic 124s from AAC. That is a 165 Hush. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think if you just ran that ammo out of everything, your impressions would just be through the moon. Just got a little bit more pop to it. Direct blowback, just kind of the OG in that department. It's been around for a while. Can't complain. Won't talk you out of one per se, but I do think there are some better options, especially at the price.
It's definitely weird that safety. When you put the safety down, it hits your finger kind of. At least with me, I might ride it pretty high though.
All right, now here's one I'm very, very curious for because I have shot this, but not since I got it back. To explain that, this is a Grand Power Stribog SP9A3. They have other iterations, direct blowback. This one is roller delayed blowback. My first impressions with this is I loved it. And then it started to get kind of dirty. Whenever I'd suppress it, it would just kind of fail after a couple hundred rounds. Before I mentioned anything, Grand Power actually said, hey, we're just taking them back. We're gonna clean them up. Did like a recall on them before I even mentioned anything. Got it back, ran, I don't know, maybe another couple hundred rounds through it. It gunked up even worse. And then I just got lazy. I put it away for a couple years, and knowing I was gonna make this video, I finally sent it back out to Grand Power. They took care of it yet again, paid for shipping, everything, and now it's back. And I remember while I shot it, it was one of the smoothest shootings, 9mm, especially suppressed. It was awesome. And so hoping it's good and off to the races now. Polymer lower, no AR compatibility. I think there are some aftermarket lowers that allow that though. Ambi, everything actually. Mag release, bolt release as well. All that, non-reciprocating, charging handle. Let's go ahead and shoot it unsuppressed with some 136s and suppressed. From what I remember, this thing is a dream. As far as recoil and everything, but let's see if I remember it correctly and see if it works. All right. Some PCCs are prone to not liking some hollow points. That's why I know range ammo, everyone likes FMJs. Definitely bring your gun out to the range that you're planning on trusting it with for that very purpose. Unfortunately, we may not get a whole lot of impressions like this. Oh, it's not even cycling. That match stuff, that 136 is hollow points, and just didn't want to feed up that ramp. So we're running 124 Supersonic from AAC, full metal jacket. Yeah, feels very nice. I could tell that there's something going on that's not a direct blowback. It does seem a little softer.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
That's not gassy at all for me, and it shot just about as soft as suppressed with 136s from direct blowback stuff, and this is not subsonic.
Yeah, even rapid shooting, you can kind of stay right there in that little zone. Ooh, getting a little.
Is it getting gunky already?
A little bit. Let's see.
All right.
Yeah.
Really nice?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's really funny. That's real nice. But again, what we're not gonna do in this video, just because the time. Oh no, it's already happening.
Really?
Yeah. So what I was gonna say, we're not gonna go like 200 rounds, but we didn't even need to. That thing is seized up.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. I love the way this thing shoots, but yeah, it's gunked up. All right, well, at least we know. Calling it how it is. All right, up next, really looking forward to this one here. Springfield Armory Kuna. Probably got 1,600 rounds through it, never cleaned it. It's been running like a champ from one roller delay to the next. Difference is this one's just been problem free. Kind of no drama to it. $1,000 or 1,200 with a brace. Quick little cons with it. Proprietary magazines. With that though, good quality magazines. And MSRP on the magazines is under $30. I think like $26, $27. Just like the gun, hard to come by though. When that settles, it's gonna be awesome. So I hate to keep hyping up this gun because of accessibility, but hate to say it, is a really good gun. So far anyway. Let's go unsuppressed 136s from Staccato. I love that. That's real nice. If it came out of the box with this tri-lug, that'd be really, really cool. Otherwise, I got an adapter on there, so we're gonna use my energetic armament, Sonus 9 once again, on the tri-lug. And that's why I love tri-lug, nice and quick. And staying with the Staccato 136s, couple on steel. And that's just money. That's just cash money. These are hollow point, cycling just fine. They shoot so soft. I mean, I freaking love that setup. There's only so many guns out here that actually have like real pedigree and I guess real world tests with either military or law enforcement. Although this is new, it's a Springfield Armory Kuna and that's new to the US market. HS Product in Croatia developed this and it's been used for quite a while in police departments. And that's why this one's so vetted, and some of these other stuff are just kind of direct to consumer for your own recreational or defensive purpose, but that's one of the few here that are like vetted. All right, let me try to just dump these four. Ah, it feels so cool. Two different kinds of suppressors so far, unsuppressed, multiple different kinds of ammo. Haven't cleaned it. I really can't complain about it. Ergonomically cool, flat trigger. Not sure about trigger compatibility though, but no need to replace it. AR grips, which is cool. Polymer lower. Safety definitely works. It's ambi. Feels okay, kind of plasticky though. Tri-lug from the factory would have been pretty cool. Only problem also, availability. Proprietary mags is gonna be a little, problem for some people. They're not that expensive when you can find them, but that goes for the whole gun. All right, here's one from today that I have zero experience with, and you guys are gonna just see my first impressions with it. This is a Springfield Armory St. Victor 9mm. Just takes stick Colt mags and just a good old AR9. Nothing too crazy about it, just AR9 with Colt mags. Been out for a while, but this one with the 8 or 8.5 inch barrel has been out for just a handful of months. So relatively new. Never shot any of these iterations, just curious about it, but then again, pretty simple, cut and dry, AR9. No thrills, just kind of basic direct blowback, recoil impulse, AR9, yeah.
Does it come with the B5 grip on it?
Yeah, yeah, sure does.
Yeah, I mean, normal.
Just kind of no thrills, it seems to work. I mean, we're only one mag into it. We're not gonna do a torture test today, nothing like that. But if you are looking for an AR because of AR ergonomics and AR training, all that stuff, you got a lot of Colt mags. I guess that's who this is for. Just kind of not the softest shooting thing. Suppressing it would be interesting. I would imagine under this is probably 1/2 by 28 threads, but it's, down here. And this handguard's pretty small to where I don't see anything kind of integrally being suppressed there because that handguard's so narrow. So you have like a blaster verter out of the box. So no suppressing in this video, just running it like that. But yeah, I guess not a whole lot to say about it. Moving on, this is gonna be a fun one. Now I did say we're moving from price, cheapest to most expensive. Things get weird here because we're not actually talking about HK particularly, which means that guns like this could have been earlier in the list. But what we're talking about is MP5 clones, and there's two different ones here. We're just gonna shoot mine, a Zenith Firearms ZF5. But what I'm talking about is just the clone of the MP5, because what do you have?
PTR MP5 K.
If we're talking about the HK semi-auto MP5, it's like $3,000. But there are some Turkish made on the HK tooling, and those are around $1,000. So we don't have those. We got something in the middle here. We're just gonna be shooting my Zenith ZF5. So that's kind of the quick look at it. But what it is, let's just refer to it as MP5 from now, because otherwise controls are about the same. Roller delayed blowback, the OG of roller delayed blowback. I mean, this really opened up a new segment for this type of gun. Very cool. Old school, but probably gonna end up being the softest shooting gun here today. Let's go ahead and get shooting it. We'll start with this one, unsuppressed, and then we'll go ahead and quiet it up a little bit. Just so nice, so nice. Very reliable as well. That goes for like all the clones too. Again, goes click, no last round, and you just confirm by throwing it to the rear like that. This is 124 suppressed. Yeah, not gassing me out, not bad. Obviously louder, that's just the round itself, but that feels really nice. That's the best. We like it, we knew we would. All right, moving on. Up next, CMMG Banshee. This is like just an iconic one for so many people. Very AR9-like as well, but not direct blowback. They have a slight different take on it. Radially delayed blowback in the sense that the bolt carrier is a little bit delayed, so it lets a lot of the gases go out forward. Before it cycles, softens a little bit, less gassy, or so they say. From my experience, I can concur. 136 is unsuppressed, and let's get to know it again here. It's been a little bit. Has some rise, but seems to just find itself sitting right back where I left it, also coming off the MP5, so.
I've never shot one of these, so. Yeah, I mean, it's actually pretty solid. I thought this was gonna be kind of rough, to be honest.
Oh, that's so nice. Yeah, if you need an AR9 and you want to spend a little bit more than just a basic direct blowback, that's a pretty good option. But let's try to run some hotter stuff and see how we think about it. Yeah, it's still so soft, and then those 5, not gassy at all. Really good suppressor host. All right, 165s. Oh, that drops a little. That feels real nice.
It's definitely a lot quieter right here.
From one CMMG to the next, we went from Banshee, now Dissent. Again, a radially delayed blowback system, but now a bufferless system. Otherwise, same thing, AR ergonomics, but no buffer tube, which is cool and compact. Seems really smooth. I've got 136s here, unsuppressed. All right, got to hold a little high here.
It's maybe a slight more snappier.
I think so.
Not
No?
too bad, no
Okay.
gas or anything.
That feels good. Not bad at all. And compact form factor, might be a little toasty, but imagine without the suppressor. Can't complain about it. You got a AR ergonomic PCC. All right, another one that's going to be new to me. Sig MPX K, in particular, is a 4.4-inch barrel. I have shot an MPX. You have an MPX. Have some good amount of rounds with yours. MPX K as well.
Yep. Yeah. Same exact one as this one.
Okay, but I have one for myself now, so I could get some more long-term impressions on it. Haven't done much to this one. Optic-wise, Romeo 4XT Pro. I did add a tri-lug adapter on there just to make suppressors nice and easy. Comes out of the box with a Timney trigger, little con, proprietary MPX mags. They're not cheap, 50 bucks. Good quality mags, but that's one thing to know. That being said, unsuppressed 136s. That's really nice. That's probably the smoothest one we have here that's this short of a barrel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Not MP5 level smoothness. It's a short stroke piston operating system as well. It's the only piston one we got here. Dude, that is... That's cash money. I like that.
Refresh my memory.
Dude, I really like that. Fold it up. That is like so small you would think the con with it is it's snappy. That is not snappy at all. Short stroke piston, man, that's where it's at. Let's load up that same ammo, put that suppressor on there, and see how that feels. I'm hoping it's not gonna be overgassed like some people said it will. Releasing the bolt, the gun just doesn't move. Like I'm used to like a little jump forward. This thing just does that and doesn't move at all. I freaking love that. Let's just dump these. That's not gassy at all. So 136s, again, this is really nice ammo and it's sub, so we're already starting on a good foot there. But that is so nice. That was 10. That's sweet. Yeah. No problems there. 124 Super, see what that feels like?
Yeah, definitely gassy with that ammo.
Gassier. It's also windy, so it's kind of taking that gas a little faster. I could see why some people might think that's gassy suppressed with some kind of ammo. But if you have the means to run subs suppressed, you're gonna be very, very happy. 5 and 5 of the 165s. Nope, didn't like it. Yeah, all right, that's just not gonna be a happy combo. If this doesn't work, we'll call it good. Try it out. Oh, she was just a little shy.
Yeah,
all right.
It's had to get to know her.
Dang, okay, I don't think it locked back.
No.
That worked out real nice.
Yeah.
All right, again, novelty. For realistic purposes, that 136, by the way, I think that's like as flat as it got today. I think even flatter than the MP5. That'll be pretty close.
So. One thing I have noticed shooting suppressed a lot is that it does get gunked up pretty good.
This yours does?
Yeah, I have to make sure to keep it oiled. That's maybe the one con I have with it.
Okay, that's good to know.
But I'm also shooting steel case Monarch and pretty nasty ammo.
Ew, get out of here.
Yeah, so and that could be just the ammo I shoot, but yeah, I gotta clean it pretty often.
Good to know, because this is my first day out with mine, so good to know that you got some rounds with it. One weird thing I'll notice, though, I think this is why it has such low recoil, is not a whole lot of mass moving back and forth. Releasing the bolt, look how little it moves. I mean, that thing is just so fun. I was expecting a lot out of this, and it delivered. Going from MPX K, let's go APC9K from B&T. This is Rolex of subgun stuff, and when I was talking earlier about some of these having actual like pedigrees, this is the first submachine gun that the Army adopted since World War II with the grease gun. I think the MP5 was used with like special forces stuff here and there, but as far as full-on adaptation to it, APC9's got some pedigree to it. From my experience, I have had this for a little bit, and I will say, from my experience, no problems with reliability, so that's usually important, but kind of snappy to it. The con with the size is that pop, direct blowback, which sounds like nothing fancy. The only difference to it with the APC9s is it's got like some kind of hydraulic assisted little buffer thing within the brace or stock itself. It's pretty much like this spring here to soften it a little. Fully ambi with absolutely everything: mag release, bolt release, safety, everything. Folding charging handle on both sides.
Not horrible, and it is just heavy.
It is heavy, which might do it some favors with recoil. Yeah. No, this is not bad at all. Let's try the 124s and 165s and wrap it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
definitely where you're pro, at least with this can.
For sure.
I mean, that barrel's tiny.
It's a tiny barrel. It suppresses nice, but sound-wise, you're just getting a lot of pop. Recoil-wise, I don't think it changed that much, which is kind of good for the platform. 165s, you already got a mag. Thoughts?
I don't know if it's just because the barrel, but you still get I honestly would maybe still wear your pro on this.
Still?
Yeah.
Not from here, so it's just got to be that pop
just right
then.
there.
Okay.
Port.
Interesting. Yeah, I think that bolt's loud, just moving. I don't know how much that's port pop, how much of that's just moving. I will say recoil though, finally it is really nice. What happens when you go just a little bit bigger? This is the 9K. Let's go APC9 Pro and see how much impressions develop with a slightly bigger version. Price really doesn't change from the K to the Pro. It's just a matter of what size do you want. Very, very similar with everything I just mentioned, just slightly bigger. I have not shot this one yet, so curious to get my impressions. Like I said, everything else is pretty much about the same. AR grips, I forgot to mention that, and I already changed mine now to on this one to a Magpul grip. Got a little Enforce light on here, EOTech on top, unsuppressed 136s. Little softer, but pretty marginal, honestly. Yeah, that's noticeable though. I'm curious once we go suppressed, but see what you think. Thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, I think it's definitely softer.
Yeah,
But,
it is.
not a whole bunch, but like if I was to choose between the two, I'd definitely pick this one though.
Just go a little bit bigger size and just have that control to it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Nothing about it feels fancy tech, Rayleigh delayed, roller delayed, piston. That doesn't feel any of that. But weight-wise, everything, it does make it sit pretty good. They're reliable. They're proven. All that stuff. I think they look really, really cool. But other than that, recoil-wise, it's just kind of dead simple.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're out of the 124 because I didn't manage that too well. Just missed it by a little bit. But 165s because why not? Okay, that feels really cool. That actually takes this way better than the APC9 K.
Yeah. I mean,
That's cool.
Yeah, it's definitely, yeah, I think it takes it a lot better than the other one.
All right, I'm gonna let Isaac lead this one because that's all I brought out, and he's got something else that's kind of within this realm.
So, yeah, this is the Flux Legion. Unfortunately, you might get a little bit of hate for the P320 in here. I've seen them on Gunbroker for around 1,500, which is kind of a lot, but I just really like the how you can conceal it. Just throw it in a backpack, and it's super,
Especially if you ran shorter
small.
mags and stuff.
And it's not super heavy either. Definitely is going to be a lot snappier than all those, which makes sense.
All right, let's try it out. Oh yeah, dude, that feels very scary. I'm not gonna lie. Putting my face that close to something that's moving. Oh my God, you just gotta trust it. All right, no, that's cool. Okay. Yeah, you just get in a rhythm and you trust it. It's got some snap to it, but like worth that compact form factor. It's not like a PCC with all the trick. It's a handgun with a moving slide.
Yeah.
Just like the Glock and the conversion kit, but this is way more compact than that.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. We did do this in a way that was price smallest to highest. So as a quick reminder, I'll put that here. You could buy them lower, buy them, more expensive. There could be sales. That's the average run through on price, low to high. As far as size, another thing can change a lot. Some brace option that I have, you may want a telescoping stock in SBR later that can be more compact or less compact. I'm just saying, as I have them and as I measure them at home, not getting specs online, as I measure them at home, I do have a list from smallest to largest, and I'll go ahead and display that right here. Just straight up opinions and final thoughts, all that stuff, unbiased video, unpaid for. That's why I brought you two, just to have a second opinion.
Well, B&T for the money, definitely.
You want to grab that one?
Kind of throws it out there. Yeah, they look cool, and I do like the stocks on them, but...
Whoa. Brace.
Brace.
Yeah,
sorry.
Don't kick my dog.
Brace you too. But too expensive, I think, for what you're shooting as far as smoothness, like the MPX K, and like even the Zenith, right? MP5. I just don't like a whole bunch of kick. I like it to be smooth and you can shoot fast. These are cool and compact, but too pricey, I think, in my opinion. Unless money's not an issue, but still, they're kind of, like you said, a little snappy for how much they are, I think. Still cool, and if they're reliable, then awesome. But yeah,
what I would say to that is make more money, drink more milk. Get over it.
Yeah,
no, I'm just kidding. Totally valid. You do get what you pay for in so many things, but that doesn't mean there's not diminishing returns. So is it worth it? Yes. And also no. I think there's really good alternatives out there. But if you are the guy who wants the APC 9 and 9K, why? Because the Army chose it. Why? Because it looks cool. Because it's Swiss. I won't talk you out of it if you're already decided on that. Plain and simple. Yeah. They work. There's no surprises. They're really, really nice. Plain and simple. But it's not the end-all, be-all. So that being said, for me, an unsung hero, and for so many out there, you guys may have already known this, the MPX K particularly, I thought wasn't a glorified, PCC type thing. I knew that they had some like unique things, short stroke piston operating. I didn't expect it to be this good. I know I've shot them before, but once you actually go through like the whole gauntlet of everything, it really, really shines. And it happens to be, in my configuration, the shortest one here. Yeah. Take the mag out, it is like the most compact. And it happens to be like this the most surprising as far as recoil and stuff. Longevity, can't speak on that. You can be a little bit more on that,
Yeah,
but really impressed.
Yeah, like I said, I've had to clean mine. I shoot a little dirtier ammo though, and I shoot it mostly suppressed. And I was a little worried kind of lining them all up because it might be just around the same as these, but it was definitely smoother.
It was.
But also I'm a little bit biased because I've had mine, I've shot mine a lot, and I do really like it.
I have no bias. See, if it was a piece of crap, I would mention it. The only cons I'll say, let's go through it. Weird thread pitch out of the factory. I mean, what, M13 something, maybe left hand? Left hand threads. They do make, and Lead We Trust and Griffin Armament does make adapters for that to go tri-lug, which I just think tri-lug's awesome anyway. Proprietary magazines, $50 each. Not great. Price point to get in, I would argue is worth it though. I think if you get them on sale, just under $2,000. Any other time, probably $2,000. Low twos. What'd you pay?
I paid around $1,800.
Oh, there you go.
From what I remember. Yeah, I bought it about 2 years ago though, maybe a little bit more. So
you could be Banshee price range then in that case. Yeah, I knew it was gonna be good, better than I thought. What about you? Any unsung heroes you didn't expect to be good and they were?
Honestly, the Banshee.
The Banshee.
Yeah, I was actually pleasantly surprised, particularly with this one.
Very true. It's so short.
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever delayed thing they got going on actually is pretty solid, I think. But this one, I usually don't like AR9 style platforms. This one is kind of a little ugly. They're all kind of ugly in my. I like aesthetically pleasing things. That's all. But this one, I was pretty solid. Like it shot great. I think SBR'd, it would be pretty awesome. Maybe not super compact if you do that because you can't fold it or anything, but this one doesn't.
You could get an adapter, not shoot it in the folded position, and just have it really stowed away.
Yeah, but I was actually pleasantly surprised by this one, and obviously the plastic.
Let's get that out here.
So with the price point on that one, if you trying to be budget friendly, and that's it was actually pretty solid.
6 of these or one APC9K.
I'd have 6 of those.
Yeah, get a little militia going, baby. No, this is the merit behind it. Isn't that, oh, it's so cheap, who cares if it's heavy? No, it's actually really light. Okay, it's cheap and light, it's going to kick your butt. No, it shot really, really smooth. Yeah. Does it feel quality when you do all this stuff? No. Yeah. So that's it. But who cares when you're shooting it?
Be curious to shoot it after like 5,000 rounds or something.
Yeah,
see
for sure.
If it holds up and all that stuff. But
totally true.
Surprisingly, actually pretty like just fun, cheap little toy.
Surprising to you because you don't know it too well. I have studied it online and people freaking love it, so it wasn't as surprising to me, but validated for sure. Let's try to not pick the worst of them. Let's say if you could take home 3 for any reason, function, cool factor, whatever, what 3 are you taking? And we'll wrap it up.
Take home the MP5, obviously. And then the ACADE, I don't know. I do like the JAKL, honestly. PSA, but I do think it's pretty solid aesthetically. You know how
it is pretty
aesthetic things. And I mean, I already have an MPX, so can I count that one out? But
no, you got to take another MPX home.
Oh, I definitely take the MPX home then. So yeah, MPX, the JAKL, and I don't know. Let's take the MP5 out of it. I think honestly, the CMMG.
Interesting. Very cool.
Solid.
Won't argue that. I'm in a weird position. Let's see here. I will for sure take the MPX K. No question about that. I'll for sure take some clone of an MP5. No question about that. And then looking around, I'm kind of in a weird spot. I do like the APC9Ks because they're like just the Swiss Army knife, the Rolex of it all. I really like that. If money is no object, then I guess I will pick those 2 plus APC9K. Realistically, though, money and object, I thought I was going to go this way, so I'm not totally surprised. Money and object, $1,000 or $1,200 when available with the brace. The Kuna has given me no reason to dislike it. Yeah, proprietary magazines, they shouldn't be too expensive when they're available. That's about it. Runs great, haven't cleaned it. We're at, I don't even know, 1,700 or so rounds through it. Getting dirty visually, but it just keeps chugging along. Different kinds of suppressors, different kinds of ammo. It just chews through it all, and I just cannot complain about this for $1,000. It's got that pedigree to it. You know, police forces in Europe have been using it, so plain and simple. So those might be my 3 money and object, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, no, the Kuna was kind of buried, but I kind of forgot about it. But it's for the price for $1,000.
It's crazy.
Like, yeah, it's pretty solid.
All right. I don't know. We could go further into it and make 10-minute, 20-minute videos per gun. That's not going to happen. Unless you guys just really, really want something in particular. If you want a battle between 2 in particular, if you want a whole review on 1 in particular, let me know. I'll come back out here. But that was a crash course. This video is so long, so let's just wrap it up and let's go get something to eat. All right. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.